Hi, my friend. My name is Tom, and I'm excited that you're here with me today. I'd like to take just a few minutes and explain some important details that are hopefully going to be the start of some big changes in your life. Please bear with me while I switch over to my written presentation. Hi, this is Tom again, and I just want to start off. Hopefully, this is going to be a pretty quick presentation for you, and it's going to be informative. My promise is I'm going to try to keep it short. I'm going to do the best I can, but also to not ask you for anything, not ask you to buy anything or sell anything or do any of that stuff. I'm just here trying to make some points that will hopefully get you thinking and make you want to discuss some things here in the future. Now, with that being said, let me go ahead and just move this out of the way here for you. Just kind of keep it off to the side. Now, my next, wrong one, sorry. I'm going to bring up a slide that's really important. And hopefully here I'll be able to get it just here in a second. The choices here, there you go. And we'll bring this up. I'm just going to move this up over here for you and just start talking a little bit about this. The choice is yours, and I think this is an extremely important thing to discuss because we all have choices we make every day, and those choices impact today and the future. The reason this matters is this. If you keep doing what you've always done, you're going to get what you've always got. I mean, just think about that for a second, and let me get my drawing pad on here. I mean, this is a key principle. You'll just get what you've always got. And I think to myself, you know, there's some safety and security in some of the things I've gotten, but boy, there's no guarantee in getting anything better. And that's something that I consider is important because what's the purpose of doing the same thing every day if you're not going to be happy? Someone once asked me to think about some of the dreams that I had and then just ask yourself, can you do what you're doing now and get those dreams? Now, the answer may have been yes at some point, 20, 30 years down the line, I could have. Or the answer would be, no, I can't. Now, for me, it was, yeah, I probably could, but it would take a long time, and if ever. And I probably wouldn't enjoy them with the people that I love if I would have waited that long. So I had to make some choices. I had to make some of those changes to get the things that I was dreaming about. The same thing is true for you. Now, let's go ahead and just talk about a quick drawing that I want to do for you. And it's extremely important, and I'll explain why here in just a second. Now, let's just label a few columns here. Really important. We'll try to do this quickly. One we'll call J.O.B. We know it as our job. I think it also stands for just over broke. Now think about that. Hopefully most of us are working at our jobs and making enough money to pay the bills, but you know, more than likely it's just over broke. And again, that's just, I don't know, I just, for me it didn't make sense to live with just doing the bare minimum of what I was capable of doing. Over on this side, let's call it a money making team. And I'm writing fast, so please, I apologize, but you know obviously what I'm writing, a money-making team. Now, let me go ahead and draw a couple of people here for you. There's one, and we'll say that's you and me, and we'll say over here is, again, you and me, so two options. Now, with this side over here, we've got a person, and this is just a great drawing, obviously, and another person over here who's smiling. Now, this person over here is sad for a couple of reasons, and I'll explain why. Number one, they're alone, okay? And this guy over here is about to have 3 friends, okay? Now this is really important because these 3 friends are a part of your team and that are going to help you every day. And this guy over here doesn't have any of those 3 friends helping him. So as you can imagine, he's here by himself. And this guy over here with his 3 friends is now a team of 4. Okay? Now, obviously, 4 is greater than 1. And we'll call this year 1. So let's just say that this is going on right now. This is your life. This was my life before, year 1. And I'm sitting here looking at this, and I was the only person going to work at my job or jobs every day, and I was the only person making money for me that day. Over here, when I started my money-making team, then I had 4 people working for me every day. Now, obviously, most of us go to work to pay the bills. Most of us have been, or some of us have been lucky enough to like the job that we're doing, but certainly we would like to make some more money doing that. Now, if I have a money-making team, whether it's full-time or part-time, I still have a team of people making money for me that day. Now, let's talk about this a little further out. Okay, let's go to the next year. And we'll just draw a circle here because this is important to get. Now there are 9 more additions to our team because these team members over here have decided, hey, wait a minute, I joined Tom to get this team going, and because I want to make my own team. So they want to make their team before working for them. But guess what, folks? The important thing is that now I have 12 people on my team. Okay, so 13 total including me, but I have 12 people over here now. Okay, and I get my freehand brush here. So I have 12 people added to my team. Over here, guess what? Still just me. And again, 12 is definitely greater than 1. Okay, now let's just say, being really conservative, we go to year 3. Okay, and again, these are really conservative numbers. You just add 3 people on your team, and they do the same. So let's slide this over because we can still see that I'm going to need a little more room. Okay, so I'm going to cut into some space over here, and I'm going to do this as quickly as I can. Maybe I've drawn these a little too big already. I apologize. I'm going to put a few over here to make. Boy, if I could draw those better. Sorry. And then I'm going to draw some over here. That's just not working. I'm making that look bad. I'm sorry. I'm going to fix that. So draw these over here. Draw these over here. Doesn't matter where I put them because I'm going to draw lines to them in a minute and explain exactly what this is. And we'll get everything drawn out here. But obviously you can see the pattern. Okay. Now, this is important because they do the same thing. I mean, it's just so powerful, the momentum that you build. And you can see this. That person signs up those, so on and so forth. Okay? But guess what? Now I have added 27 more. So now my team is sitting at a total of 40. Okay? 40 other people. That's powerful. 40 people on my team. Now, so again, definitely 40 is better than the 1. Okay, we can agree to that. Now think about this for a second. How does that apply to you? I'm going to move this up out of the way to start with something fresh. So here's your options. Okay, and this is about the choices that I talked about earlier. Okay, you can sit over here on the different sides of the equation. All right, it's either one or the other. There's really no in between. Okay, and I'm going to talk about some of the rewards and some of the challenges on this side. Okay, now over here you've got your job. Again, remember that just over broke. And we all can relate to that because we've all been there. Now, you can lose that job or you can lose some pay. Okay? The bills can go up. Okay? You could have a number of different things happen. And I guess I don't even need the number 3 because those are the 2 most important things to talk about. Well, let's talk about over here. Number 1, you can't get fired. I mean, you're in complete control of your business. And number 2, yeah, your bills are going to go up, which is going to happen, but so does your income. Okay? Your money goes up. So that helps to compensate it. Plus, I mean, let's do this. Plus the benefit of having a team. It's so much easier when people split the load versus over here, you're only one. Well, boy, I'll tell you what, for me, the choice was easy. And I'm not trying to pressure you, and I won't ever do that. I just think that to make a logical choice. Now, you might be saying to me, okay, Tom, that makes sense. I definitely get that point. And you know what? I'm actually kind of interested in hearing more. Well, but you know what? You say, I don't want to sell things, and I'm not good at it, and I don't want one of those pyramid schemes, and I don't have any money, and I don't have any time, and all these other great excuses behind why you can't be successful and make some money. Now, let me explain this very simply. I'm not going to take up a lot of your time in this video because you've already given me some minutes of your time, and I know that's valuable. What I want to do is just rest assured, or just reassure you that you're going to be able to do this. Number 1, if you choose to, and this is the choice that we talked about. Okay, and choice is so critical. All right, you have to decide: am I going to keep going this route, or am I going to start doing something that makes a little more sense for me and go this route? Again, for me, this team made a ton more sense to me. All right, and even if you do it part-time, so you say, you know what, Tom, I'm interested in learning a little more. Here, let me get back to that brush, sorry. I'm interested in learning a little more, but you know what, I just don't want to drop the security that's involved in my job right now. I get benefits, I get all these things, and I understand that makes sense. But guess what, you can still do something part-time and start your team. So again, just think about this logically. If you'd like to learn a little more, if it makes sense to you, my contact information is on this page. You can use my Facebook, you can use Twitter, you can use my email, my blog, you can use my cell number, my Skype ID. All the information's on this page. You just have to decide to take the next step and to communicate with me in order to learn a little bit more. I'll put a link at the bottom of this page as well that'll have another video that you can watch that will explain a little bit more about what I do. But truthfully, it'll be a shorter video, and hopefully the next step will be involved the conversation with me and you. Remember, it's really important. A conversation is free. Okay? Take a few minutes, time, and you know what? That's all you're talking about here. You're just talking about a few minutes of your time. It's free, and it could equal big changes. And that's what you're after, because it made big changes for me, and I went from being this guy over here who was not happy, truthfully, to the guy over here who is extremely happy, and I'm going to be for the rest of my life because I've learned some secrets and I've made myself a better person. And I'm going to try to do my best to help you make your dreams come true and for you to be happier. We don't want to be this guy over here. I mean, truthfully, that's not what we're after. Okay, this guy or this gal. I mean, it's just we don't want to be that person. So again, if this sounds like something you might be interested in learning a little bit more about, or maybe you say, you know what, Tom, I don't even know, but you sound interesting and your concept sounds interesting, give me a call, reach out to me, and I'll be glad to kind of take you through the next steps and talk about some things. I look forward to talking to you soon. Have a great day, and remember, you have the choice. It's time for some big changes, and you get to choose. Talk to you soon.